All right. Hello and welcome to Pilot Review Show. And I'm Teacher Kirby. We have with us Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Happening?
And Artie, our RP expert. Hi, Artie.
Hello.
And of course, Scott Ross is with us. Say hi, Scott.
I'm here barely, but I'm letting teacher run it, so I'm just backing off and
Yep,
stepping in the background, guys. So I'm here.
I'm in charge. Be afraid. Be very
Be very afraid. And there's no camera today. I'm not turning the camera on today. It's one of those crazy haywire days for me, so I'm just like, I want to just relax. So that's why I'm going to let teacher take over for today's episode. So yes, have fun, guys.
Yep. So lots and lots and lots of stuff this week. It has been a busy week. So first thing, we're going to get right to it. The latest blog that was posted was the R&D pack promotion. So we have 20% off. Trying to click on it. 20% off for the research and development packs from the C-Store. Nice thing. Very nice thing. We all love it. And, hello. Things aren't working the way they should. My paper. No. Technical difficulties. It wouldn't be our show without technical difficulties, I swear. Okay. There we go. Yay, got it. Okay. So yeah, R&D promotions, and this one is actually kind of special because not only do we get 20% off on R&D packs in the C-Store for this weekend, but also you get a chance to win the all-new 23rd Century Tier 6 starships. They finally did it, folks. They put in a Tier 6 Connie. What do you think of this, Chris?
I'm kind of surprised in all honesty, especially since we've already got the JJ Enterprise. But
I know.
I figure part of their thinking maybe was since we have the Tier 6 versions of the ships, so to speak, already, some TOS ships, they figured why not go all the way and just add this? They figured there's no reason not to at this point.
I know. I mean, I was kind of surprised, but it makes sense with the anniversary and everything. You know, they finally put the Prime Universe Connie. What are your thoughts, Artie?
Honestly, I have the feeling that they didn't know any better way of getting D7 or the Talus out there, so they just decided to do it all in a group pack kind of thing.
This is true. So the way this works, if you win the ship, you actually get a choice pack. And my understanding is the choice pack is fully tradable amongst your account, if I remember rightly. Because I haven't won it yet, folks. Sorry. Can't say from
Likewise.
experience. Yeah.
That would be correct.
So,
It is a choice ship of the
okay.
3 different ships that you can win out of the pack today. I will chime in when I see something I need to correct or something I need to say something because I do know about this stuff because it's my job. You know, I mean, that's what this show's about is making sure you guys get the right information and everything. But yes, you do get your choice, and it is not account bound. That's one of the great things that they do on this particular one. It's still one of those things, though. Anyways, going back in silence.
Yes. So once you make your choice, the ship is fully tradable until you open the box, of course, as normal. So my understanding is the Tier 6 Connie Constitution can only be used on a Fed character. Of course, the D7 is your Klingon, and the Talus is the Romulan variant. Some very nice ships. Very expensive ships. They're going for a lot.
Oh yeah, I think it's really nice that they are allowing the whole. If you have like the other versions of the D7 and the Romulan Bird of Prey, you can use like those consoles and stuff to it. So I think that's a good bonus for them.
Yeah, I agree. Now, my guess would be that this particular R&D promotion with these ships will probably not be returning. So, the good news here is that they have said quite clearly, I was very pleased in the announcement of the promotion that they quite clearly said that the um, after the promotion ended, you would still, any boxes that you had bought with the ability to get these ships would remain or retain the ability to get these ships. So they kind of clarified that because a lot of people have been confused in the past with other promotions. No, it's going to turn back. If it's in your inventory, it's going to become a regular box. It won't. They clarified. So, yeah, so if you have it in your inventory when the promotion ends, it will remain a promotional box. You'll be able to open it later, but my guess would be that this particular set of ships will probably not be seen again. What are your guys' thoughts?
To me, this be one of those ships. Everybody's going to want at least Starfleet characters. Maybe even the Klingon. I could see this being a rare promotion. I don't think every time we're going to see it, but I do think it'll be one of those things that we'll see again for a once a year type.
You're breaking up a lot, Chris. What are your thoughts, Artie?
I feel like it comes up with the whole giving some extra stuff towards the Agents of Yesterday stuff. Since you see these ships and you're like, wow, that's actually really cool of how they use the old style of these ships into the new gameplay and all that. I would wish I could fly that kind of stuff. You know, it's that look that gives the players. On the RP standpoint for it, I have the feeling that if anyone was able to get their hands on a dozen of these and had it amongst their friends, they can make an entire TOS version RP fleet instead of having to use like the Miranda and stuff and be like late TOS, like in the early movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Very
either
nice.
way, either way, it's a real nice promotion. I feel like it may not come back again.
Yeah, I get the sense that it's probably an anniversary thing. Because it's the 50th anniversary, they finally gave us what people have been asking for, a endgame Prime Universe Constitution. And I'd be hard pressed to see it coming back, especially very often. But they did give us some stats to look at. So for the Constitution itself, I see it being actually a pretty good ship. Decent hull, 5,500 at level 60, 5 weapons, 3 aft, so nice amount. 4 device slots like a normal cruiser. A very decent bridge officer. You get Lieutenant Commander TAC, Commander Engineering / Temporal, Lieutenant Commander Science, so you can fit that all-important grab well if you wanted to do that. And Lieutenant Commander Universal / Command. So this is a hybrid, so you get 2 different seatings there. Very interesting. And then 4 TAC for Engineering, 3 Science, so nice console thing. Great turn rate, 11.5. Nice for a cruiser, very nice. And then Starship trait built to last. I've heard nice things about this. Any thoughts? Have any of you gotten to play with it or know people who gotten to play with it?
From what I can tell, I haven't seen anyone with it yet.
Luke Critter has it.
Well,
Yeah.
of course he has it.
I have to point that out. Luke Critter has it, and he loves it.
Yeah,
So
I do know he has it. He loves it. He raves about it. And then I've heard.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure one of my Go Admirals in my fleet, I want to think he pulled it. It's either that one or the D7. I'm not exactly sure which one. I'd have to ask him, but from what he's saying is that it's pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing probably the most chatter, at least in the DPS channels, I'm hearing about the D7. They're really liking that. Very similar stats. So, yeah, Lieutenant Commander, Temporal up. Yeah, The big difference with the D7 is that the Lieutenant Commander Universal is Universal slash Intel. So that gives you a chance to put your override subsystem safeties on there and really just ramp up your damage. So I think that's probably the big difference that I'm seeing here. Yeah. And that little difference makes all the difference in the world. Everything else is virtually identical. Turn rate's a little less, 11 instead of 11.5. You get an extra 1,000 hull at 60, but other than that, there's really not much of a difference. But that Lieutenant Commander Universal slash Intel seating is going to make a difference in damage potential there.
That Talus, though.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
the Universal Pilot. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. The Talus probably has definitely has the highest turn rate of the three at 19, but a much lower hull at only 4,600. And then, yeah, it has Commander Tactical slash Operative, so it's slash Temporal Op, so it's slightly different. It's more tack heavy. And then only Lieutenant Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Science, and Lieutenant Commander Universal slash Pilot.
Say Lieutenant Commander Engineering, actually.
Yeah. Sorry? Oh, Lieutenant Commander Engineering. Sorry.
Yeah.
Misread that there. And then it's a little more heavy. You get 4 tactical, 3 engineering, and 4 science consoles. So you can get a little bit more if you're using plasma exploders. You can get a little bit more out of that than you could out of the others because those have only 3 science. But still, nice, very nice stats on all 3. But I think out of the 3, the probably the D7 has the most DPS potential, if that's what you're looking for. Not to say that that's the one everybody has to go for, but I would say if that's what you're looking for, that one has the most DPS potential.
Yeah, from
All
what
right.
what I'm seeing of the Talus, it's more of the decloak, drop all your torpedoes, recloak, that kind of strategy instead of the full DPS like you would see with the D7.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Definitely use that battle cloak kind of thing. Okay. All right, moving right along. So this Thursday started the Mirror Invasion event. How many of you are slogging through?
I'm still actually completing my mirror event like 2 events back. So I'm slogging right through.
I know.
Both
I know what
tunes.
you mean. I've got
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm insane.
I've got one tune that has the entire Mirror Universe thing from last year that it hasn't finished. It didn't manage to put anything in it. So it's not even going to finish this year's one. It's only going to get halfway through this year's to finish it. But I still had tunes that had like 2 and 3 to finish transponders to get from last year. So I finished up those. But yeah, 15 tunes. I am slogging through it on 15 tunes every day. Oh, it's a slog. So for those of you that don't know that are listening, so the Mirror Invasion event, basically you have to defend Vothel Station. Obasek is very vocal during this. Says quite a few things. Yeah, firing station, plasma lands, those kinds of things, and there's a time gate for the first stage. Your goal is to go around and close rifts to keep ships from coming through. You have to kill any ships that make it through while you're powering up the station. And so, I mean, it's a lot going on, but it is time gated. So if you're with a good team and you finish early, do your doffing, do your admiralty, but you're not gonna advance it any faster. And I think for me that's the biggest my biggest pet peeve about this queue is that it is time gated like that. I mean, if you finish early, I think it should move on. But that's just me. What are you
Yeah,
guys' thoughts?
yeah. I have the feeling that if it was time gated, it would make things flow a lot quicker with how the entire event goes. But I
Yeah.
believe my reasoning behind it that if since it's time gated, I wish it gave a more beefier reward at the end instead of its a small little bit of marks that it throws at you. Like it's 2 or 3 that it really gives you. It doesn't give you much.
Well, I don't know. Even the normal queue will give as much as 118 with your daily bonus. So it is quite a few.
Yeah, I just mean it's the bonus that you get for like closing say 30 rifts
Yeah,
instead of just 10 that you can grab or something.
true, true.
Well, even
So
then,
instead of, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even then, right now, if you're somebody that you just can't stand certain queues, then you might want to consider this one, aside from the event, of course, for the fact that it can give you, I believe, every single mark. I don't remember if it
Yes.
gave. I want to think it gave
Yes,
temporal, but I don't remember if
Yep.
it did or not.
It gives
it
every
does.
mark.
Oh, it does. Okay, good. Yeah,
Yes.
if you're looking for just a catch-all, get your daily bonuses to avoid certain queues, then it has its advantages. It really does.
It does.
And that Admiralty card
It
is
does.
really, really sexy now. If
It
you're
is
into that kind of thing.
Yep, the ISS Stoddy Admiralty card at 70 engineering, 35 tech, and 30 science with plus 20 tack per any ship. So it is a nice card. If you're not in it for the card, you get extra marks, fleet marks, and reputation marks of your choice. You get 50,000 dilithium, and you get the Admiralty card to boot. I mean, I'll be honest, I do it for the dilithium. I could care less what the actual event reward is. I do it for the Dylan and marks. But that's just me. So, but yeah, there are a lot of people that are choosing to forego it this year because it's an Admiralty card. There are others like me who are going to do it no matter what. Again, it is good for getting marks from queues that you absolutely don't like to do. So, things to think about. And the other thing is, you're guaranteed not to have to wait more than about 10 seconds to get into a queue to do something. So,
Yeah, I think the highest number of waiting in queue that I've seen yesterday, I think it was like 130 something, just waiting to get in the queue.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And not to
So,
mention the 500 or so that are already in the queue.
that are already in playing. Exactly. So, I mean, I pugged all my 15 today, and I didn't have to wait more than 3 seconds after I clicked join. Done. 3 seconds in, going. So there really is no waiting at all, which if you're looking to do something, get your marks, get out, move on. This is something to do. You won't have to wait long to get into it. All right. So moving on, and on top of that, so we've got a lot of things starting this weekend. On top of that, it's also an R&D weekend.
Yay!
Them fat loots.
I know, right? So what this means is the boxes that you earn, open them now. The rep boxes that you earn, or the mark boxes you earn. Yeah, I can't speak to it. The R&D boxes that you earn, the crafting mats. Go ahead and open them now because they're going to give you an extra crafting mats box. And in addition to that, now the R&D weekend only lasts until this Monday. Yeah, until August 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And so not only do you get an extra small pack of R&D materials and they can give out some nice stuff. I had one that gave me 5 Z particles today. Okay, so they give an extra 25% of the items that disperse. So the little nodes that you find during the mission, little things to scan, those give a small amount of dilithium as well, 10 dilithium ore for the chance to do that each time they're used. And they give an extra 2 R&D materials in addition. So, and for all captains that work on research and development projects during the weekend event, those projects will reward an extra 50% of the appropriate R&D school XP. Okay, so it means that you'll get extra little school XP to make your to progress in your R&D schools. So good stuff. Okay, so now's the time to be doing your crafting projects. Now's the time to be opening boxes. There you go. They're just really trying to incentivize us to open boxes this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Because
Wonder
you get
why.
you get the one from the Z
Gee,
store. You get the chance to get the one of the tier 6 ships, and then you get extra R&D stuff anyway, so it helps out.
I know, right? And on top of all of that, R&D packs are 20% off in the C store. I mean,
Also,
you
not
know.
forget the epic glow by crystals that you can get.
Oh, yes.
And
From the
yeah,
promotional pack, you get 10 Lobby crystals. If you don't get the ship, you get 10 Lobby crystals. So, hey, I think they want us to open R&D boxes. Does anybody else think that?
oh yeah.
I don't
I
know
mean,
what you're talking about.
yeah, it did catch my eyes with that. I think they do.
Yeah, I think they're trying to tell us something here, folks. Just saying. So yeah, so instead of the normal 300 Zen, the individual R&D packs are 400 Zen. Instead of the normal 1000 Zen, the bundle, the 4-pack bundle, is 800 Zen. So if you have it to spend, buy it. Now's a good time. These will be, because this coincides with the ship promotion from the R&D packs, these will be the promotional packs. So if you want to buy that, I mean, and here's a little hint, if you want to make some EC, you could, and you have the Zen to spend, instead of buying keys, you could buy these. One pack costs 300 or 240 Zen, so that's the equivalent of 2 keys, which are going for 5,200,000 right now. So that's 10,400,000 for 2 keys. So you're going to make 13 million off of one pack, one R&D pack right now, because that's what they're going for. So you're a little better off buying the pack if you want to make some EC this weekend. Just saying. Okay. There's your Ferengi tip of the day. What are your guys' thoughts?
It will, generate a whole lot of market, supply and demand with that.
Yeah.
For sending people to go, actually spend it like they would with keys. Honestly, I see no real problem with it. The only big issue really is that the chance to even get the ships is real high this time. So it's really hard to get the ships.
Yeah,
The bonus out of
it
that is
is.
that you'll get a lot of Lobby out of it if you have a whole bunch of boxes, and then you can get yourself like the Vengeance or one of the Paradox Dreadnought from the Lobby store. Some of the high tier ships from there.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Or if you got your eye on getting a few of the Lobby consoles, which are 200 Zen or 200 Lobby that you can't get any other way, this would be your chance to, that's only 20 of the boxes. Assuming you have no Lobby. So that's only 20 boxes if you can swing getting them. That would get you your console.
Yep.
All right. Assuming you don't win the ship.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to be
Anyway.
complaining if they do end up winning the ship,
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
Just
I
saying.
don't think they will be. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
just
they'll
saying.
continue on to try to get the other ships as well. So it's still going to be a
Yeah.
win-win either way.
Yeah. All right. So moving right along to the release notes from the 25th, from this Thursday. So there's quite a few things. Um, the Kelvin Klingon helmets have been fixed. Eyebrows no longer clip at their default size. So, Klingons, you have your eyebrows back. The sound of the Kelvin phasers has been increased. Yay!
Oh no.
We
Poor
can hear
Artie.
them.
I know, right? We can hear him now. I'm looking to. Okay. Resolved an issue where players could connect to a private queue after the maximum number of players had been reached. So, if you were having this issue where 6 people got into your private queue, yeah, that's been fixed. So, yay! And you won't have your ship partially spawning inside ESD anymore. Let's see, the Kuvak Mach can be completed now. The progression that was being blocked by the wire cutting of the bombs has been fixed. Daniels is no longer named Ensign Barrett in Tangled Webs. Yay!
Although that would still be funny.
Yes, it would be. Let's see. 23rd century captains can now enter Andoria. There's been some transwarp updates with your fleet maps, and that's quite a bit, so I'm not going to go over all of it. Klingon captains flying the Mirror Dreadnought can now use the AKS prefix. And those are the things that stick out to me. Anyone else want to comment on anything?
Honestly, I did not know you could unlock the Gorn outfit from during the Battle of Caleb 4.
Yeah, because it's still bugged. It's under known issues.
Yeah.
So they're still working on the Gorn outfit because it still doesn't unlock after completing the episode of Battle of Caleb 4.
Definitely get your bug reports in, folks. It helps a lot more than you think.
It does.
One thing that did kind of interest me, resolved an issue that caused highly specialized to appear Science Command Warbird Starship Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that having caused a little bit of confusion for people.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that causing a bit of confusion as well. Alright. So, Timberwolf could not be here with us tonight because of internet issues, but he did leave a budget build. I think we'll leave this for him to go over, though, next time. Alright, which leaves us with the Buggy Corner. No, we're not going to talk about prams for you kids, or strollers for you babies, if you're British prams. We're going to talk about bugs in the game with Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Alright, got a couple of interesting ones that found here. A few people having issues with the auto-traveling, such as if maybe you're doing Tour of the Galaxy, trying to set course to this planet or this star for the thing. So people have having issues where it's sent them to God only knows where. Then another good one. This one I'm actually trying to confirm with somebody at the moment that's had this issue, where he says he can't contribute any dilithium to his Delta Reputation projects. So if you've had issues with this, please message me in game, message me on the forums, one of the other bug hunters. Somebody let us know so we can try to get this tested and put down, because that can be a major game-breaking issue for some folks. Then the last one, I know some temporal agents, when they've logged in, have seen the message that their skills are invalid. That, I'm pretty sure, is due to the temporary dilithium thing they had in, where you could get dilithium as a temporal agent.
Oh.
If you're logging in and you are seeing that, then just know your skills are good, should just have to log out of the game and log back in, and that should fix it. If it doesn't, then again, please file a bug report, because that's something that they're going to want to get fixed as quick as they can.
Yeah,
That's...
I was wondering.
Oh, go ahead.
I was wondering why that only seemed to be on temporal agents, because I mean it was only on my temporal agent. Every person that had it said it was on their temporal agent that we saw it as. So yeah, I was wondering why that, and that makes sense. It's related to the dilithium thing. That makes a little sense.
That's a little bit of me speculating on that as to what it is.
Yeah.
I had to guess. But yeah, so if you're having the issue, that should correct it. Just log out and back in. If it doesn't, just saying, please file the report so we can try to get that stuff fixed as quick as possible. But that's about all my stuff, so I will pass it back to you, Miss Kirby.
Well, I was gonna say that I know one of the guys on the Continuum TeamSpeak had the issue with not being able to donate dilithium, and for him it was literally just a matter of wait a couple minutes, because he was telling us about it, and you know, we were casting around different things of what could be going on, and after about a minute or so, he's like, "Oh, it cleared up. I can donate now." So, you know, try waiting a minute or two. You know, talk to your friends, watch a commercial, go grab a drink or something, and come back and see if it clears up on its own. You know, if it doesn't, then try, you know, then send in a bug report, definitely, to the bug hunters. That would be helpful.
You can spend the time that you're not doing anything watching the show.
This is true.
Indeed.
Just throw tag to throw out there. Anyways.
Yep. Okay. And so now we're on to Teacher's Corner. So I figured right about now, all of our weekend warriors and some of our slower levelers on the Agents of Yesterday, some are people who've maybe been busy or just taking their time through the episodes because they're fun, have gotten up to the point where they're starting to level up some of their ships. If they bought the pack, they're trying to level them up. If they've got ships that they had from other Fed tunes, they may want to level them up for the traits. So my Teacher's Corner this week was switching your ships while you're away from the shipyard. So this is actually quite easy to do. It's been a huge quality of life improvement since they put it in the game. Very easy. So what you can do is set up all the ships that you have at the shipyard, set them up so that they have all the gear you want, all the skills that you want, and then go out to your favorite leveling place, whether it's, oh, I don't know, the Taudewa patrols, or you know, or the Delta patrols, or Nakul and Borg and Tholian Red Alerts, whatever your favorite ship leveling place is. Go out, get started. When you level the ship, all you got to do is follow the instructions in the video, because I'm not going to tell you, because then you wouldn't watch the video. And bada boom, bada bing, you can switch your ship and go right back in without having to go back to the shipyard. So it's huge quality of life improvement. Any thoughts?
Well,
Saves me a lot of time.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I was ecstatic when they finally, did the whole, warp out. You can warp in with a different ship kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I was happy about that when they finally did it.
Yep. And it was funny because this actually came up on TeamSpeak today, and I said, "You haven't watched my video this week," and we all laughed because it was one of the guys who always watches my video of the week. Anyway. All right, Artie, anything to tell us about RP?
Okay, I'm going to bring up a little aspect of RP, bar RP. And what better place to do that is to talk about Quarks. Quarks has always been a little center of RP from anyone. Doesn't have to be anyone specific for any fleet or anything. There's just been random people. You could see, someone going in to just have a drink with a fellow shipmate that's about to go into the Gamma Quadrant. There's people that I'm actually seeing right now that are playing Dabo, and one of them has severely lost all of his Platinum. Quarks has always been a great place if you want to jump in, get some ideas of how to RP. It's a good starting point. The alternate to that would be Drozana. I would not recommend going to Drozana since it's such a large area to roleplay in. So it's tough to stick to one seating. Quarks is quite small. It has multiple different stories to it. So you can just pick a table, have a couple drinks, and RP from there. You can go up and down basically. So that's all I got. Any thoughts on that?
Nice. Now, are the people that are in Quarks RPing, are they receptive to new players joining them? Is there some kind of protocol that people that want to get into RP should be aware of as they join in?
Most players, they're usually seasoned role players. Some people are just new and don't know really what they should count as a boundary. The just basically going with an open mind, and it usually works out from there. It's to test out how you would role play and things like that. I do say watch out for people that try to get frisky. There are exotic role players that sweep through Quarks and sweep through Drozana and go through any of the major roleplay communities. I would say watch out for them, unless that's your thing. So that's
All right.
it's just to keep an eye out for if you want to have a calm, way to start out. Quarks is a good place to start out. There's always someone there. So
Nice.
Giving me Moonguard flashbacks.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Moonguard. But anyway.
Oh. It's kinda like
Beware
that,
of the Orions.
Yeah. Oh,
Definitely, yeah, what he said.
beware of alien races.
So there's your tip for the night. Go to Quarks, beware of alien races. Okay. All right, that just about wraps up our show. And don't forget, we are looking to go back to Vegas next year, bring you all the great awesomeness that was there this year. We want to do it again next year, but we need your help. So remember to go to the GoFundMe. The address is if you're on Twitch, it's in the description. Just click the Pilot Review Show banner under the Pilot Review Show GoFundMe title there, and it'll take you straight to the page. Any donation, any sharing of the page, get the word out, would be greatly appreciated. If you are watching this on YouTube, you will see the information dot right up in the top right hand corner, and that will take you straight to the page, or that will open up a link you can click that'll take you straight to the page. Again, anything you can do is a great help. I looked today and there's $5 already.
Gee, I wonder who did that.
Not a clue. Some very generous person opened up their wallet and gave us $5 to get things started. Anyway, so yes, $5. Any little bit helps. We greatly appreciate it. We need to have our first 1,400 by the end of December, you said, Scott?
Yes, that's correct. It's
Yes.
basically so we can reserve the booth that we'll be using at Star Trek Las Vegas. And as we mentioned in the past, we're going with the booth this year so that, A, we can be closer to the cryptic state setup and spot that they're at, and be able to support them even better this year, or this next year, than we could this year. So
Well, we gotta have more room for the interviews.
that too, that as well, because we
Yeah.
didn't have any room at all at our little table. I mean, we didn't even have enough room for all of us that was
I
there.
know. I mean, there were times you couldn't see all of Garrett One's face, and Timber was kind of like only half in there during that interview, and I was off screen completely.
So the booth is going to be something that's going to allow us to hopefully be able to have that much more space to be able to do everything that we need to. Besides just getting us right there next to or near cryptic enough, because I know one thing they did say that they were very appreciative of what we did, and being there demoing the game for people. So we enjoyed
Yes,
it so much that
definitely.
we want to make sure that we get back there. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that you guys can see it for those of you who are on the other side of the world, on the other side of the pond, where you can't make it to it. So
Yes. It really is the best place to network, best place to get those interviews that I know all of you have loved. You know, I have not seen one downvote on any of the interviews, either of the interviews we put up. So it's appreciated. We know that. So if you want to see it again next year, please help us out. That's all we ask. Alrighty. And I believe that's everything for the show tonight.
indeed, it is. Thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you for not minding me being a little bit on the silent side here, which is kind of unusual for me. But at the same time, like I mentioned last week, I'm kind of stepping a little bit more into the background here with the show here, simply because I'm trying to clear up some things on my plate so I can focus on other things, which includes my own families here. So I've been wanting to do that for my family. So, anyways. Hope you all enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe us if you're on Twitch or on YouTube. And if you're got an account on both, make sure to go to both and subscribe and like us on both. Definitely appreciate it. We're on
Exactly.
Facebook as well. So you can find all of our links there on our homepage, which is prs.geminips.tv. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. So sorry that we're a little bit late here. That's not our custom. We just got down to the point where we said we need to get going real quick, and we're down a person. So yeah, it happened. But we're here. We're done.
It happens.
We're good. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy.
Good night, folks.
Peace.
See you guys.